Alright, so obviously this is a new view for YouTube and all that. So obviously, as you guys can tell, I'm now going to be doing moto vlogs. Yes! I've actually been really excited to do this for quite some time. I just haven't got around to doing it for multiple reasons. Some that are my fault and some that are not so much my fault. So one of the main reasons why I haven't started making moto vlogs, aside from the fact that I'm probably screaming at you guys right now, is actually due to the fact that my bike hasn't been running correctly. So these V-Stars are very picky when it comes to what style of air filter you put on. And the air filter that I had on, which if I'll post a picture up on the screen, but the air filter that I had on, I didn't realize was actually kind of flowing way too much air, which seems back ass. It's like, you would think, so here's what it would do. You would get, you know, right now I'm probably at like maybe a quarter throttle, maybe not even that, just a little throttle. But if you went to go, you know, get on it, it would just bog down. Come on. But it would just bog and straight up die out, like no question, no nothing. So when I needed to, you know, good little fox. So when I actually needed to, you know, dog it and get on it, it wouldn't go nowhere. It would just bleh, it would just die out. Well, come to find out, it was running rich at top end, not lean, because it was backfiring through the exhaust really bad. It ran rough. Let's just put it that way, nice and simple. And it was boggling my mind. I'm thinking, okay, maybe the carb's just out of adjustment, or maybe it's something else. You know, I mean, there's numerous factors that go into what it could have been. And the one thing that I didn't really consider was the air intake that I had put on. First off, wasn't tuned to the carburetor, so it obviously was gonna not run correctly. What the fuck? Get off the fucking road. Nice. But not only was it not going to run correctly, because I went from a restricted airflow to a wide open airflow. It just, I'm used to carburetors on vehicles, so I'm used to having to tune like a Edelbrock or a Holly, where, you know, realistically the only thing you're tuning is your air fuel mix ratio. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe the air fuel's off, whatever. But on a bigger carburetor, it's straight air. So regardless of what air filter you put on, unless you put like a Dorito looking one, or, you know, a bug catcher style, by default it's a big round air filter, which was what I technically had put on. And I'm just thinking, okay, well, it's still going to restrict air because, you know, you're trying to suck air through a mesh screen. But anyway, whatever. So the bike wasn't running right. The other thing I messed up on was the fact that this carburetor is tuned to 93 octane or 91 octane, not non-ethanol, which also kind of, you know, threw me in for a little bit of like a what the fuck, because non-ethanol is straight gasoline, which is what carburetors 9 times out of 10 run on. So why would it not run on non-ethanol, but it run on premium? Well, I got looking at the gas station that I got my non-ethanol from, and it's in fact 89 non-ethanol, not 91, 93 non-ethanol. So I was like, okay, well, there's problem number one. Hell yeah. That's probably part of my problem, or at least a starting sign of it, whatever. So dump the gas tank out. We've got fresh 93 in it, which I'm pretty sure I still got a full tank. I don't quite remember. Now keep in mind, this is the first time that I've actually been able to come downtown on this thing. So this is all going to be new to me, because I don't have a ton of experience. You know, I'm very much a greenhorn when it comes to riding. And I can use the excuse I've had dirt bikes in the past, I've had four-wheelers, I've had all of that sort of stuff. So I could easily just pull out the card of, oh, I technically have riding experience. No. I rode with a buddy of mine. This was before I had my GoPro all set up. Actually, that's a new GoPro. I was running my old Hero 4, which is still running strong, surprisingly. But I didn't have the microphone. I didn't have all the flashy stuff. I didn't have my Cardo pre-com on my helmet yet. I didn't have all that stuff, which I gotta get this figured out too. It's like either go or don't go. I'm tired of going slow. But I didn't have all that stuff yet. Oh shit. Nice blinker. You know, I didn't have all my flashy stuff yet, so it was kind of meh camera footage, if I'm being honest. But now we're recording in 4K 60. I've got a Hero 11 Pro. Nope, Hero 11 Pro. A Hero 11. What the hell was that? A Hero 11. Plus, I've also got the Cardo. So now, not only do I have a microphone connected to the camera, to where you guys can actually hear me and I can do vlogs and stuff, but I can also, how you doing? But I can also have my buddy talk to me while I'm riding. And just make everything, hey, it almost looks like my truck. Ow. And it is getting chilly. Supposedly we're supposed to get into like the 20s, if not lower than that. Is that Lewis? Supposedly we're supposed to get into like the 20s or lower than that. Go. And I am kind of speeding. Whoops. That looks like Lewis. Hell, it might be. Oh, there's bump. Another thing is I've got to put shocks and stuff like that on this bike pretty bad. I mean, it's not to the point that it's undrivable by any means, but it's not great. I don't weigh that much at all. Actually, I'm like 140 now. I was like 155, 160, but recently I got my teeth, a couple of teeth pulled. So my diet has been completely 180. I've been on basically a liquid only diet. Solid food is just out of the question right now. I can't chew anything. I'm all over the place today, if you can't already tell. That's just who I am as a person. Get up there in 5th gear. But some of the stuff I'm going to do this bike, first and foremost, is I can't see my turn signals, and I'm pretty bad about leaving these on. So I'm going to put some little like indicator LEDs or something up here to where when my blinker's on, it'll show me. I should have worn my riding jacket. The only problem with my riding jacket is the fact that it's windy. The fact that when I've got my riding jacket on, I go to turn, because of the fact that my cardo is where it's at, because I have it on the kind of the back of my helmet, but to where I can easily access it for, you know, calls and adjusting the volume and stuff like that. It would rub up against the collar, and because it would rub up against the collar, it would adjust the volume on it. Like, no question, it would just, I'd be riding, all of a sudden it would get stupid loud, and I'm like, why? No, that was the reason why. But anyway, so we're gonna be, I got my buddy, he's got the same bike as me. He just has a little bit higher up bars than I do, and we're gonna be riding together. What are you gonna do? Okay, well, marketplace. We're gonna be riding together and doing dual vlogs and all that kind of stuff, and I'm probably gonna edit a good bit of the footage. But I'm excited. I mean, obviously it's about to get freezing cold, so I'm not gonna be making any content for a while. But when summertime comes, first off, we're gonna be working together. We're gonna start a business, and we'll be riding together all the time. I need a darker visor. This shit is rough. You know, I'm gonna need a darker visor too, because seriously, this sun is ugh. Then again, we're gonna be riding around lunchtime. Like, we're gonna go get something to eat. You know, I'm wanting to bring you guys a lot of videos. I really am. And that kind of leads me into my next topic that I wanted to cover, is getting burnt out on stuff. I have a lot of hobbies, like an astronomical amount of hobbies that I love to do. You know, I've got, I mean, I could list a couple of them on the screen, but regardless of that, who are you visiting? Getting burnt out is something that I am very bad about. I get into all these hobbies and these things that I'm like, what a cop? No. That I'm really wanting to do. I start on them, and then I jump to the next topic. I jump to the next thing. My mind goes, ooh, that looks cool. Let me go jump on that. And it fucks me up. That's cool. And it messes me up. And I get to this like really weird state of mind where it's like nothing makes sense. I don't want to do anything. I just want to be lazy. And I've got to get out of that habit, like, badly, because it's rotting me from the inside, because there's plenty of things that I want to do, obviously. You know, it's not like I don't want to work. I don't want to make cool projects. I don't want to make cool videos and stuff like that. It's just, you get burnt out so quick, because if you don't control yourself, if you don't hold yourself back where you need to, you're gonna fail. And I've realized that now. Now, regardless of that, I'm gonna push myself a lot soon. You know, if I don't really sleep at night anymore, per se. No, I'm kind of a night dweller in a way, or a night owl. That's what it is. I'm kind of a night owl. So I'm always up at night stuff, and being up at night is a lot. It's a lot on your body. I mean, it really is a lot on your body. It's kind of taxing at some points. At some times, it'll slowly rot you. So getting on a good sleep schedule, you know, 9, 10 o'clock at night versus like 2 in the morning is a lot different. I got distracted. But going to bed at a good time every night, you get into a habit and your body like heals. Because I know there's a lot of teenagers out there who stay up late at night and who stay up late at night playing video games and hanging out with friends, and damn, there's nobody on the road and stuff like that. Well, let me tell you something. When you get older, you're gonna realize quick that that shit sucks. Like, that shit will tax your body to absolutely no end. Not getting enough sleep has really affected me a lot, as well as the diet. As much as my parents have told me my entire life, you need to watch your diet, you need to take care of yourself, and me being a rebellious teenager going, no I don't, you know, every teenager's guilty of that. I know you are. So I know you watching this is probably going, nah, I don't need to listen to that. Ask any person older than you, older than 25, 30. If you don't take care of yourself, you're gonna hurt. You're gonna feel it for the longest of times in the long run. Now, there are some people, and I do know a couple of them, that can work off of like next to no sleep. Like, there's a guy who I used to work. I really need to go ride in the sun. This is getting chilly. There's a guy who I used to work with who would get like maybe 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night, if not less. And that man would show up at 7 o'clock every morning and work until 6, 7, sometimes even 10, 11 at night. And despite all of that, he was happy, and, you know, he was always, you know, up and at 'em. But it caught up with him finally. I saw that man sit down for way too long. I think he took a week off. I think that's what it was. He took like a week off or something like that. And you want to talk about completely just destroy him? I mean, it was kind of ridiculous. Another thing is, growing up, my dad, I watched my dad really work himself to death. I mean, he was always working. He never really got time to sit and spend time with us. Which, I say us, I'm talking about my mother and I. You know, I'm an only child. But I mean, I'll witness my dad just go through all of this. And he unfortunately passed, you know, going on 3 years now. Or getting close to 3 years. And it made me kind of open my eyes and go, I really need to take care of myself. You know, I really need to watch what I'm doing and listen to my body when my body tells me, hey, you need to slow down, or hey, you need to get up and go, you need to move. He didn't. There is no flag on that, buddy. And that is part of what killed him. I mean, he worked and worked and worked and worked, and finally one of the nights it all caught up to him. I mean, he was having health problems, not necessarily to the point of he can't be a human or anything like that, but it caught up. and it bit him really hard. I don't want that happening to me. I don't. So I mean, I'm gonna take my time when and where I can. And when my body says, you know, I need a break, I'm gonna take a break. Kind of like what I'm doing today. I'm just out shooting the shit. But my body is slowly starting to tell me, you know, hey, it's time for you to get back in gear. Regardless if I want to or not, you know. Take some pictures of the bike. Let me take some pictures. I just don't want to end up like my dad and be hurting all the time or anything like that. And I want to enjoy my life and enjoy my family and everything I have. But no, I just don't want to end up like my dad per se, you know. I don't want to ruin myself to the point where I can't even enjoy my life or anything like that. Is that a porta potty? Yes, it is. Your boy has the tinkle. Barrel of a 45. I just took a piss in the pisser. This is nice. I mean, the sun's brighter than all get out. Oh, I should have worn my glasses. Brother. Why's it dirty? Why? Dirty. Yeah, whatever. That was hot on me leg. But anyway. Now that we've kind of warmed back up for a minute, I don't know. I don't want to get burnt out on the channel, Punch Buggy. I don't want to get burnt out on doing YouTube and trying to work and all that kind of stuff, because I've been wanting to do this a very long time. I got cold again, damn it. I'm tired of being skinny. But I just don't. The fuck? I just don't, like I said, I don't want to get burnt out and not be able to. Oh, it's my key. I got shit hitting my helmet. I want to be able to continue to bring you guys content and stuff for you guys to enjoy to watch. You know, I don't want to. Okay, fuck you too then. I don't want to miss out on making content. I just don't. Excavator. I want to be able to bring you guys as much as I can in the time that I have, you know, because this really has turned into a new hobby of mine, is doing cool stuff, you know. I mean, it's like a lot of the guys I watch on YouTube building really cool stuff and doing really cool things and all that. It's just nice. I don't know. Anyway, we're just gonna enjoy the rest of the ride, and I'll catch you guys back up at the house.